Hello and welcome to MrVeesworld, and here's another podcast series on my YouTube channel. I just thank you for everyone who always tunes in, subscribes, and I want you to be a new subscriber. So go ahead and press that subscription button and leave a comment or two and Facebook this video if you like it. Now let's get on to the show. I'm doing a program, as you already know, about black people who act white or who are addressed as being called acting white. It's a label that's it's a put down. It's considered a put down in the black African American community because I think that a lot of us black folks, we have some major issues, major problems. We don't like people who are intelligent. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Black folks in general, not all of us, but in general, the stereotypical, what's deemed as a stereotypical black African American, we put education on such a low level, we put intelligence on such a low level that we don't even respond to it. So anytime we hear someone who's articulate and speaking clearly and enunciating their words and with extensive vocabularies, we frown down upon that. I know it's the most asinine, ridiculous, stupid thing, but it's true. I pride myself on speaking clearly. I'm not going to change that for anyone, so don't even ask. When I was a kid, if I can tell you a story, when I was a kid, all my cousins grew up, quote unquote, in the projects or in the hood in California. I grew up in the suburbs of San Francisco, in the Bay Area, okay? Stanford University was 2-3 miles from my house, just to give you some sort of, I don't know, put it into some sort of retrospect, if you will, or to just kind of go back in retrospect and explain it all to you. Anyway, neither here nor there. So, of course, most of the kids that I grew up with and all the schools that I went to were predominantly Caucasian. A few Asians here and there, a couple Hispanics, and a handful of black people. So, of course, your environment influences what you do, how you dress sometimes, what kind of music you listen to, etc., what your activities are. And, of course, when you hang around with white folks, they do have a particular vernacular. I will agree to this. It's not the same vernacular that African Americans have a tendency to use. Some of us give it a name, and it's called Ebonics. Some people just say, well, that's just how we talk. You know how we do it. Yeah, I know how we do it, and I can get down like that if and when I want to or need to. But me personally, Mr. V here, I like to speak my piece and use my own vocabulary, and I pride myself on that. Unfortunately, we black folks do not do that overall. So what the hell is the problem with this? Why do we look down upon people who speak clearly who happen to be black? It's as if we're supposed to sound ignorant, or we're supposed to sound unintelligent or undereducated. Is that the status that we're supposed to adhere to? Is that the golden rule? Where is that written down? You know, where the fuck is that written down? I haven't seen it written down anywhere. So anyone out there who's listening, opposing this message or my commentaries, please leave some comments about it. But I don't understand how when white people speak, black people don't say, well, you sound so white. Well, of course you're white, but what does that have to do with speaking clearly? Clear English, you know? What about Asian people? Oh, you sound so Asian. Do you see my point? It sounds ridiculous. Or you sound so Catholic. Or you sound so black. What does sounding black exactly mean? Huh? What? Okay, maybe your voice gets a little deeper or lower, or got some more soul in it, or some swag or some bullshit like that. But still, we have been slaves, had been previously slaves up until 1863, approximately. 1865, excuse me. And what is that? 160 years ago. So we've got a few generations underneath our belt to master the English language as it is not only taught to us, all of us, in the United States as Americans. We're all taught the same English, okay? But for some reason, some people, some of us, choose to get lazy in how they speak and how clearly they choose to not speak, and also their choice of vocabulary. I'm not talking about just slang exclusively or urban talk or speak. I'm just talking about saying the word like ask. Okay, as I recall in school, the word ask is A-S-K, ask. But black folks in America will say ax, or I'm fixing to do something. We don't say I'm fixing to do something. I'm fixing to do. Fixing to do? What's a fixing to do? See, that's my point. It's lazy English. I have a video as I'm speaking here. I'm remembering this. It's coming to me. Called I forgot the title, but I'm basically talking about Ebonics. Check it out on MrVeesworld. Just type in MrVeesworld and Ebonics, Ebonics. Trip off that one, okay? And then listen to this one as well. I'm rambling a little bit because I'm realizing this subject is bigger than any of us. So what I would like to do at this moment in time is just put this out in this generalized forum. Anyone who's listening to this right now, I don't care if you are white, I don't care if you're Hispanic or Italian or black or Indian or green or purple. If you can explain to me why we have such stereotypes in the black community from your perspective, and if you as a black person can explain to me why do we kick down others who actually know how to speak, quote, unquote, proper English. Not Queen's English, just straight English without any of the fuss, okay? I want to hear from you. So that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in, staying tuned, always watching and subscribing. Thumb me up, thumb me down. Either way, I'll still be here broadcasting it to you. Thanks, MrVeesworld, and I'm out.